Alright guys, real time, everyday movements with me. Here we go. Let's do it. We're gonna lay on our back. Whew. Let me get my timer going here. Alright, arms out to the side. Let's find our breath. Let's settle in. Feet are hip distance apart. I'm going to cross my right leg over my left. I'm going to really pull the inner thighs together. I'm going to pelvic tilt on my exhale. Feeling the ribs pull in and down. And I'm going to let my knees drop over to the left. Ooh, I'm so tight in my lower back on that right side. All right, I'm starting my clock. 1 minute. So now for my head, if my neck is tight, I'm going to be looking up. So I want to draw my chin down, maybe even like pull on your ponytail a little, and then look your head to the right and just find your breath here. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth, just letting those legs be heavy. Maybe pulling the knees up a little closer, maybe using the left hand to press down. But what we want to do here is just release all our tension. We have a full minute of breath. Breathing in for a 5 count through the nose. And breathing out for a 7 count. You can even see my body just relaxing and melting into the mat. Now I'm looking up again. I'm just gonna kind of fix that. Oh, that was 1 minute already. It was too short. All right, bring it back to center. Now again, make sure that that left foot is centered with your body. We're gonna let the knees drop over to the right. I'm starting my clock again. My arms are out. Now my back is arching a little, that's okay. I'm using my right leg to push down on my left knee. And so it's like my inner thighs kind of squeezing together and I'm feeling that stretch through my hip flexor. Now I'm gonna pull my ponytail and look to the left. Just letting your body relax as you breathe out. We're always thinking, we're always working. Relaxing is sometimes hard to do, as weird as that sounds. When you're mindlessly scrolling, it's not relaxing. So let yourself just tune into your breath, let your knees melt over. I can even feel like my stomach relaxing, my like digestiveness relaxing. All right, back to center. It's my clock I'm looking at. All right, now find your feet hip distance apart again. We're gonna cross the left leg without moving around. Left leg over the right leg. Use the inner thighs, squeeze them together. Pelvic tilt on the exhale. And then drop it over to the right. Let your legs just go. Here we go, we're on the clock. That top hip should be stretching. You can feel it kind of reach away a little bit, but really when you look to the left and you just kind of relax and you find that breath, you're gonna notice maybe the weight goes into your neck, just readjust. Maybe your left shoulder's off the mat, that's okay. As you exhale, just encourage that rotation, but I don't want you to work too hard. I just want you to relax into the stretch. Your body is pretty smart. It knows what to do. It knows where to relax once we get our breath right. You can use the right hand to press on the knee if you need to. Try not to strain. All right, back to center. Keeping that crossover, make sure that right foot's right in the center of the pelvis. And we're just gonna let our knees cross over to the left. Again, I'm kind of in an extension. My shoulder's way off the mat, so I'm a little bit tight here now in my TFL, or tensor fascia lata. Can't say that word, I'm speaking Italian. but you're feeling that open up in the hip. Give yourself that head nod, look to the right to get full spinal rotation. If you feel better in an imprint, pull the knees up higher towards you, but still again, relax. For me, it's better further away because that's where I need it. You do you. Just releasing any tension. I can feel my neck is so much tighter on the side just when I'm stretching this muscle here, which shows me that everything is probably playing into that right side tightness that I have. Let's bring it back to center. Nice job. All right, we're done with our spine stretches. So now we're just gonna do our arm circles. We have 10 in each direction. So feet are hip distance apart. We're in a neutral pelvis, but I want you to find the ribs pulling down when you exhale. So we're gonna breathe in and reach back. I'm gonna move down a little just in case you can't see my arms. We're gonna reach back here. Inhale. And as you exhale, big arms circle around. So as you do this, back of the hands slide on the mat as you circle around. And then see if when you exhale and circle around, you can feel the ribs pulling in down. Our pelvis actually stays the same. It's still in neutral. So it's not like we're imprinting. We're just pulling the ribs down. Big difference. Neck stays long. Give yourself a little head nod like you're saying yes. You should start to feel this maybe in the front of the shoulders. Give me 4. Don't ever underestimate the power of breath and arm circles. 3, 2, and 1. That's reverse. Open. Inhale. And exhale. Feel almost like you're going to lift up into an ab exercise. I want you to really feel those ribs move. Got 3, 4, 5. Yes, good. All right, let's come up or turn over onto your stomach. We're going to go into our press-ups here. So with press-ups, we're laying flat, legs together ideally. This gives blood flow to the lower back, compresses the spine, but then it releases it, and all this blood is everywhere in our spine. It's so good for us. So hands underneath the shoulders, elbows pull back. Lift the head so you hover, push the elbows into the mat, and start to come up into this cobra, and then lengthen the arms, but drop the shoulders away. And so you're getting this nice extension. If you come up here, that's too far. So if that's the case, walk your hands forward, wrap the elbows back, squeeze the buttocks. Inhale, and then exhale, lower down. We've got 10. Elbows, chest, not here. We're pressing away, we're wrapping the elbows back. And release. We can go a little quicker. We inhale, exhale. Try to just hang into the lower back. But just find that extension. Feet press into the ground, legs are long, glutes are active. As you're getting more warmed up, maybe you move your hands back a little bit. Give me 4, 3, big stretch in the core. Pubic bone down 2. And 1. Release. You can sit back in a little shell just to counter that move. Let the lower arms rest, let the forehead rest. Draw the tailbone towards the heels. Breathe in. And breathe out. Beautiful. All right, bring it up. Let's come into our hip shifters. One of my favorite moves for hip mobility. So we're here. Foot goes out. You want the knee open. You don't want your hips sitting back. So push them forward, tuck the tailbone under, draw the core in. I like to take my hand to my knee to encourage an opening. And we just shift over and up for 10. You really want the knee going over the second toe. So make sure you're in that alignment. And as you go over, your hips might stick out behind you. Try to keep that tuck under if you can. That nice length through the spine. Give me 3 more. 3, 2, and when I'm gonna throw in a little extra here, if you take your hand down before you do the circles, you could reach this arm up and just get this big side bend. And it feels really lovely in the side body and in that inner thigh. Lovely and intense. And then bring your hand down. Both hands are down by the heel and you do these little hulas. So with the hulas, we're trying to circle with the hips back, forward and around. So as you come forward, this left hip or this hip that's out here, whatever hip it is for you, should be opening up, lengthening. So maybe you can use the left, that glute a little. Reverse for 5, 4. You keep the knee open and back. 2 and 1. Huh. All right, hip shift to our other side. Here we go. Left knee out further, or left foot out further than the knee. Hands on the hips or hand to the knee, and we shift it. And back. Take inventory. Maybe one side is a little tighter than the other. That's okay. Completely normal. That's why we do Pilates. That's why we do that single-sided work. Watch also as your foot falling in. If your foot's falling in, that knee's gonna follow. It's like a door rail. that analogy I can explain later. Give me 5. And 4, chest lifted, collarbone open. 3, 2, and 1. Hands down. Oh, before we do that, keep your left hand down, that inside arm down. Reach this one up. Turn the chest up. Reach by the ear. Give me that big lateral motion. Pushing the ground away, pushing into the knee, maybe shifting. Inhale. Woo! And exhale, release. Hands down, hula. Hula, hula. If only we were in Hawaii right now, hulaing away. Go 3, 2. Remember, you're trying to open up this hip just as a guide to where that mobility is. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Whew. All right, let's go into our chest and shoulder stretch. Last 2 stretches here. So I'm gonna grab my Pilates box. You can use anything. You can use a chair. You can use a sofa end, couch end. But you wanna find, you can even stand and do this on your kitchen counter. I do it all the time. Elbows are down, and they aren't too far apart. I'm just on an angle here so you can see me better. I'll go straight forward. But here we go. All right, elbows are down, hands are together. You're gonna be right at the tip of the elbows. You're gonna let your head hang. Now, if you're super mobile in your ribs and your back, it's gonna really arch. So keep a little draw under of the tailbone. You can walk your knees further away. You can walk them in. Whew, I'm tight today, folks. Let the chest melt, let the head be heavy. Oh, I gotta set my clock here. Now, when I first started doing these, I would go for like 3 minutes at a time. But I'm only asking you guys for 1 minute. If you wanna add more time, go for it. 1 minute a day is still gonna help you. Keep the hands right over the elbows. Let that whole upper body be heavy, but again, scoop a little bit in that lower back if you can. Breathe in through the nose for 5. And as you exhale through the mouth for 7, that's where the magic happens. Again, breathing in. Flirting on the edge of painful with the tension. But as you exhale, you feel some of that tension release. Our mind is powerful. Try to trust the body. Try to really, truly let it relax so that you aren't protecting yourself. That's going to inhibit flexibility. All right, that's already a minute, you guys. Perfect. Whew, it's a crazy feeling. All right, so now we're gonna go 1 minute on each side for the cactus stretch if you can do it. If not, you can do it against a wall, standing with the lower arm on the wall, and you just step forward and you get this stretch from the shoulder through the sternum, okay? Otherwise, cactus with me. We lay down, straight line. I'm gonna do my left arm first. My elbow is out by my shoulder. It should be about 90 degrees. And then I take my right hand and I bend it. It's gonna be my pusher arm. So I'm gonna lift my right leg up and I'm turning my hips. I'm turning my chest and I'm just resting my ear on the mat. And you can let this leg relax or you can turn the knee up. But we're holding here and we're breathing. You wanna let your chest be heavy. So if I'm here and I'm here, I don't want to be like up. I want to just really let everything relax. If it's too intense, you guys start with the wall stretch. My dog thinks it's too intense, but that's okay. Feels good. Big, deep inhale, big, deeper exhale. All right, back to center, other side. How's my hair looking? All right, elbows out to the side. I'm gonna lift, and I'm all over my mat, so I have no idea what you're seeing. Left foot comes up, and we're rotating. So I'm using my left hand to kind of push, just to encourage the chest opening. I'm trying to turn my thoracic spine, and just breathe into it. Wow, my left arm is so much tighter than my right. It's always so interesting to find out what happens, where you're at and where you're meeting yourself on the mat. That's why it's so important to listen to your body. Day to day it changes. Give it grace. One more breath here. Back to center, you guys. Sit it back one more time in a little shell just to counteract, counterbalance. Arms long, lower arms rest. Inhale. You're gonna walk your hands over to one side and the other. I could go on and on, but I think that sums it up for today. Well done. And I hope you have a lovely day and feel amazing. Every day, get those done.